Students, welcome to sixth class. So yesterday we had started with the TS diagram. So today we will see the example of D2 system. Okay, so D2 system, so you can see the different ground terms with different spin multiplicity as a result of different microstates. Okay, 46 microstates will be there. Just to calculate for D2 system how many microstates will be there. So around 40 plus it may come here, and if you go on calculating the different ground terms for 46 microstates, so it will results into triplet F, singlet D, triplet P, singlet G, and singlet S. So this all we have to consider in TS diagram. But if in Orgel diagram was there, so we only consider the multiplicity of the same spin multiplicity, like means triplet F to triplet P. So this we consider only in the Orgel diagram. But in TS diagram, we are considering all the ground terms with different spin multiplicity. So you can see here there is 3 and 1 spin multiplicity and different ground terms. So in Orgel diagram, same ground terms F, P. But here you can see, so we are taking a different ground terms here in the TS diagram. Now you can see the arrangement here. Is it right? So it's very simple like Orgel diagram. Okay, only thing is what you have to split this. We have taken already in the last class how this p orbital d orbital splits. Is it right? Now see here, triplet f orbital splits into, so we have to take a horizontal line here. So as per the yesterday's class, so triplet t1g, so triplet f splits into triplet t1g, triplet t1g, f t2g, triplet t1g f. Okay, because this is of f term, so triplet t1g f and triplet a2g. Okay, so this is over now. So triplet f has split here, and we know triplet p will split into one term, that is triplet t1g. So with crossing this, is it right? So this is complete. Okay, now rest also we have to see now here. Singlet d will split into singlet eg and singlet t2g. And why this little bit crossing here? So it is not exactly linear line as this here. It is somewhat bending here, because I said you non-crossing rule. That means when it is singlet here, so you can see again another singlet, if it comes, it will reflect. The same spin multiplicity will go reverse way, like this way. So that's called non-crossing rule. So that's why it gets non-linear lines. So here singlet Eg is a singlet T2G, and similarly triplet P is going to split into triplet T1GP. Singlet G is again going to split into 4: singlet A1G, singlet T2G, singlet A T1G, and singlet EG. And singlet S will go to singlet A2G again in upper say, because that is singlet A1G already here of singlet G, so it goes up. Okay, like this. So this is how the TS diagram representation for D2 system. Similarly, if you go for D3 system now, D3 means again you calculate the microstates here. So D3 means 10 factor. So D3 means 10 factor divided by 3 electron into 10 minus 3 factor. Okay, so 3 factor divided 10 minus 3 factor. You just calculate here how many microstates will come for D3. So it will around 200 or 200 within, plus or minus it may come. So if that much microstates is there, so if we calculate the ground terms, we are going to get again different ground terms here. So not only this is for D2 we have got such ground terms here. D3 it will be again complicated, so we are getting little bit more ground terms here. That's why the diagram also becomes very complicated, because we have to go for splitting all the terms. We have to go for splitting, and that splitting we have taken in a form of a table, that is sp d f g h I up to I 14 orbitals. We have taken the splitting in the previous classes. So you have to see that orbital splitting, and you have to arrange, or you have to do this TS diagram accordingly. So in the examination, at the more D2 up to D2 system, they will consider D3, D4. They are all complicated, but you should know the knowledge how the TS diagram is being represented. Now how we can see the calculation? See, yesterday we had shown that whole transition. So if there is three like this transition, so for example I have taken D2 system here, so you take it here, 2 system. Now for a transition, so here there is hole, is it right? So this is a whole inversion like this, and this one electron will jump here, and the transition takes place in the presence of light. So this is a whole inversion, and sometimes there is electron transition. That means if it is like this, okay, and here also 3 in this way, so what will happen now? So one electron will go and it will transit here. So this is called electron transition. So there are two ways: hole inversion and electron transition type of mechanisms. Then how to calculate the delta value? So splitting, how we can calculate this? So see here, so hole inversions, I have drawn this diagram with having the energy here. So minus 12 dq minus 2 dq, okay, plus 6 dq. So this is how, and it is a like this piece going up here. So this is a diagram and the energy level here. So for the hole inversion, and for electron transition it gets like this, okay. So one of the p is crossing here, and why it is crossing, because triplet T1G is there, that's why it is going up here. So here we have to cross it here like this. So here we are going to get T1G, T2G, T1G, A2G. So here A2G is down, okay, T1G, T2G, T1G. So this is for inverse, this is for the electron transition, and here the energy comes minus 6 dq plus 2 dq, okay, and plus 12 dq up here. So this is not seen very high energy. So these two will be the ground term. Now for example, vanadium plus 3, so D2 system, okay, vanadium plus 3 D2 system, they have given 7,000 per centimeter and 12,000 per centimeter. We have to calculate the delta value. Delta means splitting dq value, 10 dq value. We have to calculate 10 dq value. Now you have to see whether this transition, the vanadium plus 3, is taking place with the help of hole inversion or electron transition. So we will calculate it. For hole inversion, you can see here minus minus hole inversion, you can see here minus 2 dq here, on minus because this is a transition, first transition, 10 dq like this. So minus 2 dq minus of minus 12 dq, that becomes is equal to first transition 7,000, okay, is equal to 7,000. So minus 2 dq minus of minus is plus 12 dq, that becomes 10 dq 7,000. See, we got here 10 dq value 7,000. See, that is via hole inversion. Now you see electron transition, we will calculate electron transition also. So you can see here, so this is a first transition, electron transition. So here it is plus dq and minus 6 dq. So plus dq minus of minus is equal to 7,000. Same thing we will calculate here. So 8 dq is equal to 7,000. So dq is equal to 7,000 by 8, that becomes 875, and therefore 10 dq value becomes 8,750. So for electron transition we got 8,750 value, 10 dq value, and for hole inversion we got 7,000 value. So which is least here? So 7,000 is the least here. That's why the D3 transitions, vanadium plus 3, will take place with which of mechanism? Hole inversion. So this transition takes place via hole inversion. Because why? Because we have got the least transition value here. So this is how for all we can do it. So this you have to remember energy level, and for all whatever the examination they will give, you have to calculate in this way only, and you have to see whether the transition takes place via hole inversion or electron transition. So this is how you can calculate the 10 dq value with respect to this TS diagram. Now you can see here TS diagram, one more very specifically I have given you for D7 system, which is a conversion from high spin to low spin. See here like this. Okay, so as we increase the field from here to here, you can see the ground term is changed here. Quadruplet F, so quadruplet T1G is the ground term of this, but as we go here horizontally, become doublet EG here. This change of spin multiplicity, we call it as a spin crossover. See here, SCO, spin crossover. See, this is what happening in TS diagram. So as we increase the field here, so cobalt hexafluoro weak field ligand is converted to ethylene diamine strong field ligand plus 2 state. See, okay. So and you can see here crossing. So like the same thing I have told you why the lines get non-linear here, crossing non-crossing rule, is it right? So they are going to turn up down, so they don't remain at this horizontal line, they don't remain straight, they go up, okay. So this is how we say it as a non-crossing rule, spin crossover. So like this, okay, this is one very beautiful, and that's why we can see the transition also here, is it right? For CO, so quadruplet 4 is the ground term, so quadruplet T1G ground term. So here I will written quadruplet T1G to quadruplet T2G, here it is. Then quadruplet T1G to quadruplet T2G, T1GP, here it is quadruplet T1GP, and finally quadruplet T1G to A2G, here quadruplet A2G here. This transition, so 3 transition is possible for low field, and for the high field here, high field low spin complex, you can see again same thing here, doublet EG is a ground term here. So doublet EG to doublet T2G it is here, doublet EG, doublet T2G, this is the first. And where we got this doublet T2G, we got it from the doublet G ground terms here. So doublet G ground term is split into 4, that is doublet A2G, doublet EG, doublet T2G, doublet T1G. So like this, and from this you can see this transition takes place here. So doublet to doublet. Okay, so that's why this complex in CO F6, so in TS diagram can show both in lower field as well as the high field. Okay, and there is a discontinuity, that is what I said here. There is discontinuity of the line as the field strength is increased from low field to high field. complexes, and that we call it as a non-crossing rule. And this change in the ground term from quadruplet T1G of quadruplet F to quadruplet EG is called spin crossover. It takes place here in this, okay, where the complex will change from low spin from high spin to low spin. Okay, so this is how very beautifully we can explain the TS diagram, and in the next class we can see from why this horizontal line has come here, from where. So you may ask me, sir, why you have put here horizontal line, we can put here. Yes, definitely. So that is having, when we go for calculation and calculating Raka parameter B, okay, and delta value again delta naught. So why, with the help of this diagram, so we will come to know for how we can, how to put this horizontal line at what scale, delta naught by B, and this is E by B. Okay, so from what this delta naught by B we have to put this horizontal line. So we will come this whenever when the next class we solve the problems on this TS diagram. So this is how about the TS diagram, its calculation, its basic features, and now only left is what the problems which by which we can solve with the help of TS diagram, and that will complete your RGL and TS diagram. Then CT transition is left. So we are about to nearing this unit 1, closure of the unit 1. Hope you understood this. If any problem, any doubts is there, you can approach or call me for the solutions. Thank you.